Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whichever part of the world you're watching from. Guys, this is Denzel Moz Unscripted. You're most welcome to my page. And you're most welcome to my new edition of today's subject, which is going to be how to find your life purpose. Now, guys, this is a very exciting subject to talk about. I'm so pleased to have you guys on board. Now, before I start, first of all, I would like to appreciate each and everyone watching me, all my friends, family around the world. The Empath Exodus, guys, is the awakening of the super empath. You're all most welcome to my page, and I'm so excited to talk to you today. Today, we are going to discuss how to find your life purpose. Now, first of all, guys, we need to understand something very clearly. We need to understand that there's a difference between a job, then there's a career. We have a job, then we have a career, then we have a soul purpose, or what they can call a life purpose. So there are some of those dynamics of things that will help us understand which one exactly are we looking for, which one are we after. Are we after a job? Are you after a career? Or are you after exactly finding your soul purpose or your soul journey or your life journey? Now, a job is simply a job in my own understanding. A job is some kind of exchange whereby you just go to a place and your time and efforts are exchanged for money. So whereby you just go to a job, get up in the morning, go somewhere, work, and you're paid for that. So you exchange your time in return for money. A career is something whereby you have been trained to do something, a specific kind of thing that you've been trained to do in your lifetime, whether it's been in a school, whether it's been in a university, whether it's been in your lifetime. So, or for example, probably you've been trained by your parents or whatever. So, you've been trained for a specific type of thing. It can be a job, yes, but in a career whereby you are following a certain passion you're following a certain passion and you are developing interest in the passion and you're doing it in exchange for money. So in most of the cases, it might look like a job, but it's not actually a mere job. It's a career, something what you have been trained in to do, something what you've been trained to pursue, and you tend to pursue it and take it as a career. So a life purpose, now guys, very carefully, you need to understand something. A life purpose is something that you have been ordained with a specific purpose. There is a specific thing you are here to do. There's something that you came here to do. You did not just come here to wake up in the morning go and do a 9 to 5, or you did not just come here to wake up in the morning and go exchange your time for money. So when you're following a soul purpose, or something what I can call a life purpose, it is that thing that you are exactly supposed to do in your lifetime. The exact thing you're supposed to do, not just a job. It's not just a job, or it's not just something that you've been trained to work in. Now, most of the times in our lives, in our lifetimes, including me in particular, we have always discovered that we are living life day to day. We are living life. There is no exact schedule of the life we're living. We're just getting up in the morning, jump in the buses or cars, go to work, come back. Next day the same, the other day the same, get paid in the weekend. So we have that kind of routine. And most of the time you find yourself like stranded and getting caught up in that routine. And some of the times, most of the cases people have had, they are really not happy with their jobs and they are not happy where they are. And they are always thinking, like, including me definitely, we have always been thinking that what exactly do I need to do? I'm not so happy in my job. Yes, you might be a bank manager, you might be you could be a bank manager, you could be a security guard, you could be anything. You could be an accountant, you could be a caterer, you could be a chef, whatever it is, whether it is a career or whether you're just taking it as a job. End of the day, you're finding that it's not satisfying you and it's not really fulfilling you. And at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you find yourself, you're not really happy with it and you really want to change something. Now, in this special video, I'm explaining to you, I'm going to give to you about 3 or 4 ways you can use to find exactly what is your soul journey, the thing that you came here to do that is actually going to fulfill you and create for you a lot of time, and also as well create for you a lot of abundance. So, number 1, I will talk about something, what we can say. Number 1, your life purpose you might be able to find your life purpose. This may not be for everyone, but for those of you who might resonate with this one, you might be able to find your life purpose in a way that you can have a dream. It can come to you like a dream, for example. You can go to sleep. You might have noticed that during your lifetime, there is a specific dream that usually came to you. And normally that dream has been pointing out a specific thing you have been doing in that dream. So you may be dreaming, for example, you may be dreaming a couple of times that you were a goldsmith, for example. You might have dreamt many times that you were a basketballer. You might have dreamt many times that you're a footballer. You could have dreamt, and usually that dream will come and surprise you, because mostly the thing you will see in that dream is not the exact thing you will be doing. For example, you will be doing another kind of job. For example, you may be working in a certain factory or a certain company, and then there's a dream that has been following you for the most of that, sometimes even during your childhood, or even during your teenage years. The dream has usually appeared to you, and it has specifically identified something in particular. So if you have known a certain dream that has always come to you, and you have always seen a certain particular dream, whether that dream was telling you that you were a goldsmith, or whether that dream was showing you that you were playing football, or if that dream, for example, was telling you that you were taking care of children, or if that dream was telling you were a teacher, pay very good attention and pay very close attention to that dream. It is a way you can know that it is very particular, because guys, you have to remember that anytime you go to dream, it is the exact reality. The thing, whatever you go to dream, whatever you see in your dream, that is the exact reality of things that are supposed to be. It is not the reality of the things you see in front of you when you're awake. It is the exact things you see in your dreams that are actually the reality of your life. So if you've been having a specific dream, for example, you've been having a specific dream for many times, it doesn't have to be necessarily every day you're dreaming about a certain thing. It could have been like every now and then, every month, or every week, every end of the year, or every mid of the year. So there's a specific dream that has been coming to you, and always in that dream you found yourself doing something in that dream, specific something, and it has been a recurring dream. It has been recurring and showing you something in particular. You have got to pay very close attention. Whatever that dream has been showing you for a long period of time, that is exactly what is your life purpose, and you're supposed to start considering trying to pursue. I know it may be difficult for you to switch. It's always very difficult to end something, because for something new to start, something has got to end. So when you can remember, if you can remember that particular dream that has always been coming to you, try to pay very close attention. The universe is trying to tell you that that exact dream you've been dreaming, it is not by coincidence, and that is exactly your life purpose, and that is the exact mission you're supposed to accomplish, and the the road you're supposed to take, and the journey you're supposed to pursue. Second thing I will talk about is signs and synchronicities. Now, signs and synchronicities, it can come in so many ways. You can go to bed and you dream about something. So, for example, let me say you may dream about being a builder. For example, you're in a construction site, you know what I mean? And then in the morning, somebody will call you and they will tell you that, hey, you know what, there is something here I want you to come and do for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to fix my house. I'm trying to paint my house. I'm trying to fix windows in my house. Maybe you want to come and help me with that. So that thing may happen like that as a synchronicity, because that means that you've seen that thing in your dream. For example, you were at a certain construction site, and the next day or the next week, somebody has still called you up and they are asking you if you can go help them out on a certain project on their building, maybe on their construction site or something. So that's what I can call a synchronicity. A synchronicity can happen like that, whereby you will dream about something. Or for example, sometimes you can even just think about something, and all of a sudden that thing is going to manifest in physical reality. You're going to see it the next day. I've just given you an example of the construction job or something like that you've dreamt about and you saw it the next day. It can be so many things you can dream about. So you can dream about something, but synchronicity, you have to understand, people, that when you see something in a dream, or when you even think about something, and the next day you end up seeing or even hearing, you may just pass by in your neighborhood and you hear people talking about that particular thing that you dreamt about that night, or something that you have even thought about in the previous days. That is exactly the universe trying to speak to you that that exact thing is your soul purpose. That is what you need to pursue, because that is what is going to give you complete happiness, complete freedom, and complete joy. And it's something what you're going to find happiness in doing, because at the end of the day, you're going to be helping yourself and getting abundance, and as well helping and serving the community. So the third thing I can talk about is when you want to find your life purpose, you need to remember very, very deeply in your childhood. You need to go back to your childhood days. So when you go back to your childhood days, you are going to find that there's so sometimes it's very difficult to remember, because it's not all of us, it's not everybody out there. They have always had a smooth childhood, a beautiful childhood. Sometimes childhood has been very difficult. Things have not gone the easy way. So it may be different for everybody. But one way you can use to find your life purpose is by going back to your childhood. Because when you go back to your childhood, and you will be asking your mothers, if they're still alive, definitely, or even your fathers, try to find them and ask them exactly what was that thing you used to do when you were a kid. When you used to be a child, what did you like to do? What were you very passionate about? Because some of those things you've already forgotten them. If you're almost like, let me say 30 or 25 years or even 15 or I don't know what, you've mostly forgotten about your childhood days. So you can always go back and revisit your childhood days by asking your parents, your grandparents, your mothers, your fathers. Try to ask them, when you was a kid, what were you passionate about? What were those things that you really liked doing? What made you happy? What made you fulfilled? What were those events that actually occupied most of your childhood days? So those parents of yours, you are going to find them mentioning something in particular, and that thing, what they are going to mention in particular, whatever it is they may mention to you that you like to sing. For example, when you was a kid, you like to sing, or they might have told you that, for example, when you was a kid, you liked to run, for example, or maybe you like to cook something. You like to play around with the kitchen and cook some small things in the kitchen or something like that. So that passion now, what you had when you were a kid, if your parents are able to identify that passion and it resonates with you, because they will definitely tell you that when you were a kid, for the most of your childhood, you was doing A, you was doing B, you was doing C, you used to do C and D. So it is another way that actually you can find your life purpose, because that is exactly the thing that you used to do before you started joining the schools and starting to go a different direction and following a different course altogether. Those exact things that you used to do when you was a child, that is where the secret is, that you can actually be able to find your life purpose. Now, guys, I will give to you the bonus sign, which is my fourth sign. You have got to set out an intention, very clear intention to the universe. Anytime you get up in the morning, or even sometime when you go to sleep, you're always supposed to set up the intention very clearly, very loud and clear, and you're supposed to mention to the universe, you really need to find your soul purpose and your soul journey. The universe will not disappoint you, because normally the universe can speak to you in so many ways. The universe can speak to you through friends. The universe can speak to you through your parents. The universe can speak to you through even dreams. The universe can speak to you through signboards. You can be walking and there's a specific signboard you're always seeing, a specific message you're always seeing near your house on a signboard, and it is mentioning something that is supposed to be your life journey. So when you set out an intention, whether you're going to sleep, whether you're waking up in the morning, whatever you're doing, anytime you set out an intention, it is going to make it very clear to you. The universe is going to give you the signs, and it's going to give you an answer, a feedback. It can be a dream, like I said. It can be something you will see on the street, maybe on a signboard. It can be something you read in a book, a very particular thing you read in a book, and it's going to click in your head, and it's going to make you realize that actually this, whatever I've seen or whatever I've dreamt about, is something worth pursuing. So the universe is trying to tell you that whatever you're doing now is not your soul journey, is not your soul purpose. Maybe you're working a 9 to 5, or maybe you just have a career, you're a bank manager. Yes, you're getting a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you're not happy because you don't have time with your families. You don't have time to spend with your family, with your friends. You don't have time to go on the holidays. So the universe, anyhow, it will not disappoint you, because whatever intention you set out to the universe is what is going to come back to you. The universe will get back to you and will help you identify your soul journey. And guys, that being said, I've given you 4 ways how you can find your soul purpose. There can be many ways, but usually I want to come and share those things that are very clear to me, and my ways that probably I've seen, and maybe I've made me realize that probably, yes, it has probably worked for me, because I've discovered, yes, I like to get out there and share. I like to share with the people. I like to help people. I like to share with people. So it has made me realize that actually probably, and definitely, that's my soul purpose, and that's the journey I've decided to take. And definitely, the universe doesn't let anyone down, and all will fall in place. Guys, that being said, there's more unscripted. Guys, been a pleasure sharing with you guys and having you guys on board. A very beautiful week ahead of you guys, and until then, see you later in my next video. Peace out and bless. Bye.